Well, good morning, everyone. Like I said to a few of you, it's going to either be like 2 of us in here, or it's going to be a nice big little class. Big little, nice sized class, I'll say that. So I'm grateful that you're all here this morning on Pioneer Weekend. So, Pioneer Weekend, it's fine. I have a friend who just moved here from out of state, and I was driving up 9th South yesterday, and I was like, oh God, what's happening? I'm like, oh no. Okay, avoid everything downtown tomorrow. And so I texted her, and I was like, hey, did anyone tell you about the 24th of July? And she was like, that there's something about pie and beer. And I was like, okay, I'm glad you got the right message, but let me give you the full explanation. It was pretty funny. I was like, I love that someone only told you that. Not the parade, not the fireworks, not the celebrations. So, anyways, let's do some yoga. So find a comfortable seat here on your mat. Close your eyes. See, there's a cooler. We're all good. Close your eyes and allow yourself to shift around here to start. Not really having any expectations, just feeling out your body in this moment. And as you feel comfortable, settling into that seated position. Shifting your focus, your emphasis to your breath. So with each inhale, you draw that breath very intentionally in, filling yourself up. Noticing that pause at the top and then balancing that with long, slow exhale, emptying yourself back out. Place your hands on your heart and or your upper back. So you're touching this 4th chakra region either around the heart center or the back of the heart center, or both. And begin to breathe into this area. So with each inhale, you feel that expansion, that pressing of the chest and the back body into your hands. With each exhale, you feel that hugging back in towards center, that connection back to your core, to yourself. We're going to work this morning with tuning into our heart and being open really just to yourself this morning. So you don't have to open yourself up vulnerably to others. You can if you want. But this opening, this connection into our heart, we focused on listening to yourself. Really listening to what's present in this area. Keep your breath going. Noticing if there's some boundaries or some cages. All without judgment, but just tuning in to this area. Then the collective aspect of this is going to be our breath. So the heart is for you to center into today. We're going to support each and every one of us in this class, and anyone who's somewhere else doing this online, with our breath today. So get that breath going again. Really filling up this 4th chakra. Letting your breath help you tune in without without judgment. So your next inhale, draw in a little more breath than you have thus far. And at the top, hold full. You're going to hold as long as you comfortably can, lifting through the crown of your head so you're creating a little more space through the torso. And then as you're ready, let an exhale go out the mouth, emptying out. Yes, beautiful. Do that 3 more times at your own rhythm. If there's anything specific arising in this 4th chakra area, tune into that. Just be present for what's there. Once you've completed that 4th round, there's absolutely no rush, but let your hands rest in your lap. Come back to that basic Ujjayi breath. As you feel ready, start to weave movement with your breath. So it could be as subtle as rolling through your neck and shoulders, opening and closing the jaw. Sometimes simply the way we sleep can create stress on the body. So just working out some of those kinks, tapping into sensation. Taking a few more breaths, shifting, moving, really however feels good to you. And there's no rush here, but as you feel ready, you'll rock forward, coming onto all fours, continuing that fluid movement. So if seated feels good, stay as long as you'd like. As you feel ready, you're coming forward onto hands and knees, continuing to move in an organic fashion with your body. So maybe that's just a child's pose. Maybe it's feeling the support of the earth here. Maybe it's cat-cows or hip circles, or a baby up dog, or all the way back to the down dog. Continuing to check in with that heart center as you roll through the practice here. So we'll play around with moving and breathing for about 5 to 7 more breaths. And then as you feel ready, you're going to press your way up and back for your first downward facing dog, your first major inversion practice. And if movement's feeling good, keep that going, Gracie. Bend and straighten the legs, shifting the weight side to side, forward and back. I really like to walk my feet out to the edges of my mat. Shift the weight Feel that stretch in the IT band, the TFL, along the hamstrings. Just playing around here, feeling out the pose, feeling out your body. About 3 or so more deep breaths in this downward facing dog. You always have that option to exhale out the mouth to release additional tension. Yeah. Your next exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat so you arrive in a forward fold. If you have tight hamstrings or a sensitive low back, keep your knees super bent. On your inhale, you're going to lengthen the spine halfway just to open up. Yes, exhale to roll it back in. We'll do that once more. Inhale, a little halfway lift here. Exhale to roll it in. Then on your next inhale, rolling all the way upright, stacking vertebrae over vertebrae. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Beautiful. Inhale, re-extend the arms, moving with your breath. Exhale, you're going to roll it forward, slow and controlled. Arching through the back first, or arcing rather, all the way into your forward folds. Inhale for that halfway lift. Then exhale, plant your hands, walk your hands forward into your plank pose, and we're going to go directly back to a down dog. So hips go up and back. One more down dog here. Turn your head a little yes and no. Notice how now that you've had one down dog already, the pose has shifted. This time, walk your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. Exhale, roll your way all the way down to a seated position and come on to your back. Oh, your block is beautiful. That's really cool. All right, come all the way onto your back. Mine's really boring. I need a full block. Grab hold of your block. If you have a rolled up mat, I'm going to bring those, I promise, one of these days. I've been only saying that for a year. But take your block, middle width, in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone, legs straight into the ceiling. Now, this is pulling on your low back or hamstrings, knees bend. If that still bothers your low back, keep your feet on the ground. You'll get the same benefit from the core work, but you don't ever want to aggravate those areas that are already aggravated in your body. So, do what feels best to your body. Activate the feet, spread your toes wide. Take a huge breath, spread it through the back body. On exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze around your prop, lift to head and shoulders. Oh, hands behind the head, I forgot to add that, pretty important cue. Squeeze your prop a little more, pull low belly down. Yes, awesome. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath in, press mid back in the mat, curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, shoulder blades lift, awesome breathing. Squeeze a little more, pull low belly down. Good, inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze that prop. Exhale, the head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. One more round like this. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, moving into 3-part twisting abs with your prop. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath, press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop, curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down.
Inhale the center, squeeze your prop. Curl elbow. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. Squeeze your prop, tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows lift higher, legs lift higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. And take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop, curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back through center, squeeze the prop. Curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back through center, squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. One more round here. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath, curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, squeeze a second time. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Awesome breathing. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back through center, squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back through center, squeeze your prop. Reach legs higher, reach elbows higher. Exhale, pull belly down. And inhale, release it all to the earth. Set your block aside, make sure it's still reachable. Bring your arms out to your sides, either in goalposts or in that T formation. Walk your feet mat width apart, and we'll do a little butterfly on a rock, also known as windshield wiper legs. So knees to one side. Inhale back through center line, exhale to the other. And just flowing with a rhythm that works for your body. You can always stop and take a few breaths in one stretch or the other. Coming back through center, we'll work with twisted root abdominals. This is one I often forget to do, so we're going to do it today. Pick up the right leg, cross it over top of the left, so your inner upper thighs are squeezing towards one another. Now you can work with this, or you can get that second tuck. The second tuck is accessible. You're going to pick up the left leg, you're going to tuck the right toes behind that left calf. So you've got a twisted root with your abdominals. Yes. Should already feel something happening. Interlace the hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift head and shoulders. This one's super fun. Take a deep breath in. On exhale, curl tailbone up. Squeeze inner thighs towards one another. Lift head and shoulders higher. Pull belly down. Inhale, relax just the pelvis. Exhale, tuck tailbone, squeeze thighs, reach elbows higher, reach knees higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis. On your exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze thighs, reach elbows higher, reach knees higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Don't worry, we're still working. Hands come to the center of that right thigh. So keep your head and shoulders on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone up. This time press hands into thighs, thighs back into hands. Pull the belly down. Head rests on the ground. You don't need your neck for this one. There you go, Chris. Inhale, relax the press. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Press hands and thighs into one another as strong as you can. Pull belly down. Inhale, relax the press. Okay, lower that left foot to the ground. Untuck the right toes if you have that second tuck. Shift your hips to the right, come into your spinal twist. So the knees lower over to the left. We're going to take a few breaths here. If this twist feels too intense, uncross the knees. 3 more deep breaths into this right side body. Tune back into your heart center. Take a moment to be present for what you hear, what you feel. Inhale, legs back up to center. Switch sides. The left leg crosses over the right. Get that second tuck if it's available. Interlace the hands behind your head. Deep breath down into the back body. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbones, squeeze thighs strongly towards one another. Lift elbows higher, lift knees higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze thighs, reach elbows higher, reach knees higher, pull belly down. One more like this, deep breath in. Exhale, tuck tailbone, squeeze as strong as you can. Lift everything up higher, pull belly down. And now release head and shoulders, keep your legs up. Bring your hands to the center of that left thigh. Take a deep breath in. On exhale, tuck tailbone, press hands and thighs strongly into one another. Pull belly down. Yes. Inhale, relax the press. Last one here. Exhale, tuck tailbone, press hands and thighs as strongly as you can. Feel that connection to your core. Pull belly down. And release. Twisting to the other side. Hips shift to the left, knees lower to the right. Once again, if that feels like too deep of a twist, uncross the legs. We'll take about 5 breaths total here. Breathing into this left side body. Hopefully your core is now warm. It's extending outward to your limbs. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center. We'll set up for a bridge pose. Make sure your block is in reachable distance. Knees directly over your heels. You can gauge that distance by reaching down, grazing the back of your heels with your fingertips. Tuck tailbone. Inhale, peel your spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Fire up your legs here so that your core, or the abdominals rather, have this opportunity to open up, to stretch out so they become flexible. With each inhale, really fill the belly, expand, opening to breath. And allow that to shift all the way up into the heart, into that 4th chakra region. Take hold of your block. Place it tallest height it can comfortably be placed under your hips. So you want it closer to your sit bones, not in the small of your low back. Yeah. All right, coming into a quad stretch. Pick up the right foot, reach down, find it with your right hand. So either your foot, your calf, your shin, your pants, whatever you can grab on that right leg. Start to draw the right heel in closer to your right armpit. Now you have 2 options. Option 1 is you simply press the heel closer to the ground. That will create a quad stretch. The other option is to untuck the toes so the top of your foot is pressing into the mat. The toes are pointing back towards your armpit. If you get confused, you can look up here. I'm demoing it at the same time. Wherever you are, you're going to hug that right knee in towards center. Press the right knee joint down towards the ground. And those shifts are very subtle, but it will increase the stretch monumentally. Does anyone not feel the stretch? Okay, I'm going to take that as you all feel the stretch then. Breathe into that right quad. Now if you want even more, you can pick up that left leg and then cross the left ankle over that right thigh and press the thigh forward. That will traction out the quadricep muscle even more. It's also a nice little hip release in the left leg. 3 more breaths wherever you are, specifically into that right quad. Awesome breathing. If your left leg is crossed over, release it back down to the ground. Untuck the right toes, bring the foot back to its normal configuration and bridge. You may need to readjust the block here. Take a moment, rebalancing at center, and then we'll shift to the second side. Reach down, find the left leg with your left hand, however you need to get there. And then walk that left foot in closer to your left armpit. Either toes untucked so the top of your foot is pressing into the mat, or you reach that heel down towards the ground. Either variation, that left knee hugs towards center and presses the knee joint towards the earth. Breathe into the sensation that's there. Staying here or adding that right leg, crossing the right ankle over that left thigh, using that as leverage to traction the left leg more forward. It can feel pretty intense, so make sure you can still breathe. About 3 more breaths. Release the right leg. Ground that foot then, bring the left foot back in line with the right. Remove your prop. 3 more breaths in bridge pose. Focus on your legs strong, supporting you. And then slowly roll your spine back down to the earth. Take a moment at neutral. You have the option to press the thighs away for additional back traction. Once your spine neutralizes, you're welcome to hug your knees to your chest. Give a little rocking side to side. Yeah. Roll over onto your left side. Ease your way upright. Some of you, I could tell, wanted to just stay on your backs. I get the desire. All right. Come forward onto forearms and knees. Hey, if you need to sleep, that's fine. This is your time. Do what you need. I'm just a guide. All right. Forearms to the mat, setting up for our dolphin of the day. Elbows directly under shoulders, forearms parallel or hands clasped. Those of you that know dolphin, hop into it. Otherwise, take an extra moment. Make sure the elbows are directly under shoulders. If the elbows start to sneak out, come down and clasp your hands. Huge breath into the upper back, and then you tuck toes. Hips extend to the sky for dolphin. Connect back into your strong breath here. And then take a few breaths into your upper back. So tapping into the back of your heart area. Really keep lifting up in between the shoulders. Supporting that strong breath with your core engagement. Inhale, left leg extends. Yes. Press Inhale here, maybe the leg lifts higher, nice, nice. Exhale, lower the left leg down. Alright, this is already cheating. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Kathy's like, I can fix it. Reach up to that right leg. It won't make it go faster. Promise. Let the head hang heavy. Soften through. Jaw. Exhale, lower the right foot down. 2 more dolphin breaths. They're different than other breaths. And then exhale, lower your knees to the earth. Child's pose, embryo or puppy. Surrendering. Just letting gravity hold you here. Letting the earth hold you. Take a deep breath into the back of your heart. We often neglect the back body because we can't see it. So feel into these areas. Get curious about what's there. Your next inhale, roll your way up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, press back to downward facing dog. Just notice how this down dog feels different than our first down dog, maybe different than our second down dog. Deep breath in here. Exhale, step your way to the top of your mat, arriving in your forward fold. I promise I'll give you opportunities to hop. On your inhale, halfway lift, steadying the spine. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, come all the way upright, arms reach overhead, maybe a little back bend if that feels good. Yes, exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns, let's flow. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back lunge. Your choice this morning, knee lifted or low. Arms extend to the sky. Hang out here for a few breaths. Expanding into the chest and belly, yes. Nice, Chris. Feeling for space. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, hand to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Your choice, you can go directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Beautiful. Exhale, back to downward facing. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Lift and open through the torso. Stay here with the exhale, shifting deeper into your pose. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Inhale, come all the way upright, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Awesome, breathing. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back lunge. One breath, one movement. Keep that inhale going, lift and open to the torso. Gorgeous, Brenda. Exhale, hands to mat, step back to plank. Flow here, either directly to down dog or through your vinyasa. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog.
Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale to bring your hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Continue your flow. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round, inhale, re-extend. Exhale with your breath, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Exhale to downward facing dog. Nice, Ken. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes, mountain pose. Arms can rest by your sides or can stay at heart center. Connecting to that strong breath here. Draw it up into your heart center, feeling into this fourth chakra. Just listening, observing. Keep your eyes closed. Float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit back to chair pose. Notice how with your eyes closed, this pose is balancing pose. You're welcome to open your eyes, exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. And also keep your eyes closed as long as you want. Inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. This time, plant your hands on the mat. Step or hop your way back to place. All right, hold. Core is strong. Feel that connection back to your abdominals, that center where your fire comes from. Exhale. Slowly lower chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Once you arrive, come into either Sphinx or low Cobra pose. So low Cobra, you're just going to lift up the head and shoulders. For Sphinx, you're going to press onto the forearms, drawing the chest and belly forward. About 3 more breaths here. Tracking out the back body, feeling this soft back bend. Exhale, lower back down. Press your way up and back to downward facing dog. In down dog, take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Yes, let's do one more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg extends up to the sky. Spread your toes, reach that leg long. So really planting through the hands, that's your foundation. And then breathing all the way up the arms, the spinal line, out through that leg and up through the tippy toes. Feel that extension. Without momentum, step left foot through. We're going to come into Crescent Lunge. So the back heel and knees stay lifted. If at any point the back knee needs to come down for support, do it. Otherwise, rise up, back knee is lifted. arms extend to the sky. Just taking a moment, set yourself up here, hips squaring to the front of the mat. Arms extending to the sky, elbows can always bend if you need to release for the shoulders. Fill this pose with breath. If your arms are extended to the sky, bend your elbows. Start to come into a slight back bend, so shoulder blades hug towards one another and down. Chest lifts like there's a string attached to the sternum, hooking you to the ceiling. If it feels okay, start to lean back a bit here. You can always bend the back knee to create a little more movement. Lance Dodger, bring the right hand behind the head, left forearm behind the back. You're going to press this forearm down, so not into the back, but down. Lean into that arm, lean into that headrest. Open up even more through the torso. Breathing into the front body. Thank goodness we don't have that heater on. Breathing into the chest. All right, release the left arm. Bring both hands behind your head. Brain cradle. Interlace the hands behind the head. Elbows hug towards one another. Lean back even more. 3 more breaths. Inhale, torso comes back upright. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands all the way down to the earth. Step back to plank pose. You can go directly to down dog or flow to that basic vinyasa. Chaturanga into cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. So at this point, resist the temptation to go into child's pose throughout the practice. If you need something for a rest, take cat-cow or just sit on your knees for a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Awesome. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Spread your toes, right leg reaches long. Get that full line of energy and breath from the palms of your hands, running up the arms, the spine, to the sit bones and out through the right toes. Maybe the right leg lifts a little bit higher. Yes. Exhale without momentum, step that right foot through, Crescent Lunge. Inhale to rise up. Take a moment, feel the strength that's inherent in this pose. Your legs are supporting you, your torso is upright, your breath is supporting you. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift even more to the heart. So we're moving progressively into this standing back bend. Breathing into the chest and belly. Shifting into Lance Dodger, left hand behind the head, sort of like a cradle, a pillow for that left, or for the head. Right arm comes behind your back, press the forearm down. Use that to lean into, lift and open through the chest and belly even more. Notice where you're holding tension. Let exhales help release it. Brain cradle, release the right arm. Both hands behind the head. Interlace the fingers. Lean back even more. Lift elbows up. Hug the head with your forearms. Breathe into the chest and belly. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, torso comes back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Step to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Low cobra, hands next to your chest. Inhale, peel the chest and head up off the mat. So you're basically balancing on the belly, yes. All right, from here, lift the hands up off the mat. Pick up the legs, reach the arms back behind you, Salavasana. Yes, awesome. Balancing on your belly, breathe into the chest, breathe into the legs. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release, turn your head to the left. Take 3 deep breaths into your low back. You can also place the back of one of your hands on the low back. It's a really nice reminder of where to direct your breath. Salavasana round 2. Turn your head back to face the mat. Hands frame your shoulders. This is one of those moments you have to just do it, because otherwise you're just going to keep laying on your belly. On your inhale, peel chest and head up off the mat. Now reach the arms back behind you, lift your legs. 5 breaths here. Balancing on your belly, yes. Awesome. Breath is into the heart center, really lifting, feeling that spaciousness. Yes, it's beautiful. Last inhale here, maybe the chest lifts higher. Exhale, nice gen, lower back down, turn your head to the right. We'll take a few deep breaths into the low back. Always bring your hand to the low back, back behind you. Hands next to your chest, forehead to the mat. You have 2 options. You can press up to that reverse plank pose, or you can press up to hands and knees and back to downward facing dog. Whatever you've chosen, about 2 breaths to arrive in that downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, left leg extends up and back. This time, bend that left knee, open up through the hip. Yes. Equal weight through your hands. So oftentimes that means more of the weight needs to shift into the left hand to balance it. And then notice that there's a mid-body twist occurring here. Inhale, float the left leg back up to the sky. Without momentum, step left foot through, rise up, warrior 2. So back heel roots down. Inhale to windmill the arms up, facing that window side of the room.
I hope that's the heat.
I'm sure it is. Shoulder shrugs. Release your arms down in front of you. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart. Reach the shoulders up as high as you can. Draw them straight back. Keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Yes. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Hold down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend your elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades. Elbows towards spine. Hold it all down. Release the arms, inhale into the upper back. Roll out the shoulders a bit and do 1 more round here. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart. Shoulders go up as high as you can. Reach them straight back, keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards
love the bind, you can take that as well. Breathe intentionally into this left side body. Standing into rib cage, opening up around that hip flexor. Awesome, keep the breath strong. We'll transition into a neck stretch. Reach the left arm towards the front of the room. Head hangs heavy towards that right shoulder. Move your jaw. Relax even more through that neck and shoulder. Reach through the left hand, come back up, warrior two. All the way forward into side angle with a heart opener. So left forearm to left thigh. And you're going to press the left arm into the thigh so you create some space around the shoulder. And then right hand is going to go straight up towards the ceiling. Start to draw the right shoulder blade on the back, leaning back. Yeah, so you're opening even more to the chest. If you'd like to go deeper, that left hand can come to the ground or a block. Only if that feels good in your practice. Awesome breathing. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the max. Step your way back to plank pose. Plank pose if I could talk. Your choice, directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa. Chaturanga, inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, we'll all meet up in your downward facing dog. Well, we'll each meet up in our own downward facing dog, not all in the same one. You guys are very serious now. All right. On your inhale, right leg extends up to the sky. Exhale, right knee bends, open up through the hip. Do you notice some of the crazy things that yoga teachers say? Half the time we don't make sense. We're trying to. Breathe into that right quad. Create a little more space to the right side, lower abdominals. Inhale, right leg re-extends. Exhale, thread the right leg through, warrior two. Facing the door side of the room, inhaling to rise up. Take a moment in your warrior. Setting up your hips, feeling that foundation with your legs. Kite cock. On your inhale, flip the palms to the sky. Exhale, thumbs are going to lead. Roll the thumbs and hands down. Roll the shoulders down. You're going to keep the torso upright, just the upper back rolls. Inhale, lead with the thumbs. Flip the thumbs back over. Shoulder blades pull down the spine, lift totally open to the heart. Yes, you all have it. Exhale, thumbs lead. Roll it down slowly. This is a very slow movement. Inhale, open it back up. Slower you go, the more of those muscles you will feel. Exhale, slowly flip the palms, roll it over. Shoulders roll, so upper back rolls forward. Inhale, open it back up. We'll do 2 more. Isn't it crazy how your arms get tired doing this? Exhale, roll it slowly over, yes. Good, inhale, roll it back up. Last one here. Exhale, thumbs lead. Roll it down, mobilizing the upper back. Rib cages, inhale, open it back up. And then reverse your warrior. Keep that right palm flipped to the sky. Lean back. Left hand can support you on the hip or take the bind. Work your way down that left leg. Breathe intentionally into this right side body. Next stretch, reach just the right arm towards the front of the room, parallel to the ground. Head hangs heavy towards the left shoulder. Breathe into this right side of your neck. Lower and
and move the jaw. Reach through that right hand, come all the way up, warrior two. Forward into your side angle with a heart opener. Right forearm onto the thigh, left hand extends straight up to the ceiling. Open through the chest. Breathe into the heart. You can always reach that right hand to the ground if you'd like to go a little bit deeper. Nice, David. 3 more breaths. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Knees can come down for support. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Reach back, clasp your hand to the base of the spine. On your inhale, come into Salabhasana. Feel the chest, head, arms and legs up. Reach the knuckles away from your sit bones. Yes, lift up away from the earth. Draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe into the front body. 3 more huge breaths here. Exhale, lower your way back down to the mat. Hands next to your chest. Exhale, up and back to down dog. Don't think about it, just do it. If you think about it, you just won't do it. But the ground feels so nice. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step left foot through. Keep the right hand planted on the ground, back knee lifted, coming into your spinal twist. So you can bring a block under that right hand if you'd like. Left hand can start on the left thigh or extend up towards the ceiling. Use your exhale to connect back to your center. Yes, to connect back to your core. Fill up the heart center with your breath. Two more breaths here. Exhale, lower the hands down. Add some padding under that right knee. Lower your right knee to the earth. Hands come up to the left side. Okay, it's that choose your own adventure quad stretch situation. Inch the left foot forward. Hips shift forward. You're going to turn this into a back bend regardless. So resist the temptation to fold forward because then you're just getting a quad stretch. Lift the torso up so at least your shoulder blades are drying onto your back. This is option 1. Stay here. Option 2, hands on hips. Lift even more to the heart. Option 3, interlace the hands behind you. Lift more to the heart. Final option, bend the right knee. Find the foot with one or both hands. Kick the foot into the fingers. Lift open through the chest. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Don't push yourself. You want the breath to come easy, even in the intense pose. Good. Last exhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Release. Bring your hands all the way down to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Your choice, vinyasa or direct sit down. Yeah, you can always add extra push-ups. Love it. Do what you gotta do. Inhale, right leg extends to the sky. Exhale, step right foot through. Keep the back heel lifted. Left hand is on the ground of your block. Inhale, right hand to the thigh, or right arm reaches up to your sky. for your spinal twist. Yeah, if there's a different version you prefer, take that. Remember, this is always your practice first and foremost. So if what I tell you doesn't match with your body, do something different. Breathing into your heart here. Feeling how this twist affects your body. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Add some padding under the left knee. Lower the left knee down. Hands come up to that right quad. Choose your own heart opener, quad stretch. Right foot inches forward. This may be where you stay. Hands on the thigh, lifting to the heart. Option 2 is hands on hips. Option 3 is interlacing the hands, lifting to the heart. Option 4, bending the back knee, finding the foot with one or both hands, using that leverage to open the chest even more. Breathe into the intensity. You can always use soft lines to release some of that tension. Two more breaths. Exhale, release. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to your belly. All right, full bow or any of those belly back bends we've done thus far. So if you're working with full bow pose, you're going to bend your knees, you're going to reach back, find the ankles with your hands. If you're not comfortable with doing full bow, do any of the belly back bends we've taken thus far. Once you have the hands around your ankles, kick your feet into your hands, lift up. We're going to take 10 breaths here. Breathing into the heart, feeling that intensity build. Connecting into your breath for support. Yeah, if you have hold of the ankles, can you flex your feet back? Yes, good, Chris. Lift up even more to the chest. Good, Brittany. Go for space in the heart center. 3 more breaths. Good. Exhale, release. All right, it's a choose your own back bend. So you can take one more belly back bend. You also have the option to rise up and take a camel pose, Ustrasana. We're going to come onto the knees, hands on hips, lean back, or bring your hands all the way down to the heels. So you'll be upright. If full wheel is part of your practice, you could take that as well. 10 more breaths in one more back bend of choice. If your back's feeling sensitive at this point, you can always just take a bridge pose. 10 more breaths, call me over if you'd like support. So choose your own final back bend sort of moment. Count your own breaths here. If you need 2 rounds of 5 breaths, that's fine as well. Beautiful. Yeah, fluid, long breath. Once you've completed your 10 breaths, you'll make your way onto your back. So no rush, take the time you need. If you're loving your back bends, you can stay as long as you need as well. Eventually making your way to your back. We're going to start with the knees bent. So if you're still back bending, you can catch up with us whenever you're done. Knees are bent, soles of your feet on the ground. That's just a really good neutral spine position. You can also let the knees fall together
that also takes more pressure off of the low back. So take a few breaths here, just balancing out. And then pick up the feet, bring your hands onto your kneecaps. We're gonna do little sacrum circles. So your sacrum is very, very tiny, so the circles are going to be very, very tiny. Start to circle your knees. So you're balancing on that sacrum 3 times one direction. And then you're going to count switching, going the opposite direction 3 more times. Happy baby. Reach down, grab hold of the soles of your feet or the big toes. Start to draw the knees towards the ground. It's a good hip release as well. If it feels good, rock it side to side, massaging the spine. All right, keeping the knees where they are, bring the soles of your feet together. This funky version of Baddha Konasana. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale all the air out. Hold the belly in and up, and then reach the sit bones to the ground. So you're holding the breath out. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. Let the hips lift back up. Take a deep breath in. Do that twice more at your own rhythm. Exhaling all the air out. Pulling the belly in and up, and then reaching the sit bones, or essentially your butt, down towards the ground. Once more at your own pace. Once you've completed that 3rd round, release the feet. If you feel ready for Shavasana, you can stretch your legs out. Maybe take that full body stretch, arms overhead, and then release into Shavasana. If there's another pose or movement that your body is craving, you're welcome to take that. And then meet us in Shavasana as you feel ready. If your low back feels sensitive, you're welcome to work with your hips resting on a block. You can place a bolster under your knees. And also let the soles of your feet stay on the ground, knees fall together. Really, your goal here is to find a position that allows you to surrender, that gives you that element of release. Just really allowing yourself to let go. To be held for these last few moments of class.
Slowly make your way over to one side. A symbolic reawakening. And then press your way up to a seat. Inhale to reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself, your body, your practice. Have a beautiful rest of